Doing it live.
Damaged by you, damaged by me. I'm confused.
I would be fucking pissed.
Yo, where's my cheddar?
Hey, everybody.
biscuits?
Hi.
How's it going? We're
Hello.
back for Art Damaged.
Sup?
Sup?
It's a sad day, guys. We lost Norm MacDonald today. I think we should have a cheers to Norm MacDonald.
Cheers to
right now.
Norm MacDonald.
Cheers to Norm MacDonald. Woo!
If you ever get the chance, watch his bit about the moth going to a therapist.
Oh, we watched that earlier today.
Nice,
Watch
I missed
anything
it.
with Norm MacDonald in
Yeah.
it. So many
'Cause
good,
the light was
dry
on.
humor
Because
jokes.
the light was on.
Wasn't he in the first Spider-Man game or the second Spider-Man game?
I'm not
In the
sure.
game.
I think he was. He played the like the god that told you how to like work the controls.
Really?
Yeah, he was in the opening.
He's had some weird voice acting work.
Yeah,
Like Death from the old Family Guys.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That was him?
yeah.
Yeah.
We watched,
He
what
was
was
on
it?
Cheers, right?
Dirty Work? We watched Dirty Work not
Yeah.
that long ago.
Watched Dirty Work recently. So good.
Fuck, what was the name of the one I brought up earlier? Fucking. Never mind it.
All right.
Spacing right now.
Yeah.
Celebrate Norm.
Yeah. Go laugh. Share a laugh.
Yeah.
It's what he would have wanted.
All right.
Yeah, rest in peace. And Artie Lang's nose.
Nice. All right. I'm Josh Ruff at joshruff.com and all the things. www.joshruff.com. We're here at Renaissance Studios at RS Tattoo and Y on Instagram.
Hi, everyone. At Reggie Inks here. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. There's other stuff, but I'm not on there, so I'm not going to mention it. And you can email me, reggieinks@gmail.com for tattoos and commission information.
Zach Pedley, owner of the North Brewery. You can find us on social media. Just search North Brewery. Also, TikTok, Chomp88. Instagram, I like my beers ratchet.
I'm Christina. You can find me at Christina_Maslar on Instagram, Christina Maslar on Facebook, and here most days. BamBurnsThings.com.
Bam doesn't even do his own credits anymore.
He
Doesn't
doesn't.
need to. Doesn't need to.
Find me at Crucible Gallery at BamBurnsThings.com.
I got people for that.
And give Reggie $1 for $1 a month.
Yeah.
Give him
Yeah.
$1.
I owe you $1.
We're really good at promoting ourselves, guys.
Yeah, we're doing a good job.
The
Positive.
name of the movie was Screwed, though. I just
There it
remembered
is.
it.
Yeah.
Him and Dave Chappelle.
Oh, okay.
Check that one out. But we're talking about who today?
Quentin, I can't pronounce the last name.
Matsys.
Matsys.
I believe was the name.
Yeah. You know, Quincy.
The old Flemish
Cute.
painter.
Yes.
Cue ball.
Doesn't get a lot of recognition.
Why
Some
is that?
people will recognize his images, though, as we go through them today.
Yes, they will. For the
Mostly
youth.
the meme crowd.
The youth will recognize
yeah.
images. An interesting painter, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Definitely was painting stuff out, painting a lot of different things back then when a lot of people were focusing on, traditional.
Yeah, he did a lot of religious work, but also some fun stuff.
Which
Yeah,
do you
he
think
made
he was
people-
speaking of, he was born in 1465 or 66. They don't have an
He was
accurate date.
born.
He was born, so
Drink to
everyone
that.
drink.
He was kind of a caricature artist before that was a thing, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, before we go into his work, we can just tease everybody with it. He definitely. I feel like he's somebody that would have a great time with a good laugh.
So this piece is not by him.
Yeah, this is like
'Cause it
a
has normal
engraving of him,
proportions.
and then there's like a poem beneath that. It
Yep.
says something about how he got into painting.
Yep. So it is by Johannes Weyrich with Dominicus Lampsonius poem, and it's talking about how basically Matsys, when he started off as a blacksmith,
Right.
and then they basically were like, I don't know if he got hurt or what, and he couldn't do it anymore. But the rumor was that his girlfriend or wife at the time didn't find it very romantic.
Yeah, so he became a painter to woo his wife.
Now,
Yeah, but that's what this poem is about.
Everything's
It's how the
back.
girlfriend preferred the quiet paintbrush to the heavy noise of hammering.
so we can hammer her later.
So she didn't like the sound of the.
She does later though.
Did she, though? Have you heard our Albrecht Dürer episode? I'm pretty sure.
You're
I mean,
right.
This guy came up in the same region as Durr, I believe, right?
I wonder if he got the mystery dick pic that never
Well,
Maybe.
surfaced.
I mean, maybe he was into her, but her ended up looking like the woman he painted later on.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So maybe
Now,
that was the issue.
You guys would know a little bit better, though. It was the place that he was born. Not Flemish. He's Flemish
right? It was
from the Netherlands.
Leuven,
It's like Belgium.
It was Leuven, which was
Right.
a city. in
Were
Belgium.
they anti-religion back then? Because I mean, we'll go into it later, but it seems to me like they were very anti-religion at this point in time.
I don't know much about like
I
the
don't know if
beliefs
there
of
were...
that time period.
I don't.
In that
I've never
specific
heard of the
area.
town before this.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
I
But
mean, he ends up leaving very quickly and
He-
ends up moving to Antwerp.
because he is a religious man.
Right.
Yes.
I don't recall like ever hearing about anything like that with Durr, and he did like predominantly religious paintings in that
Yeah,
time period.
but he
well.
also made himself into Jesus a lot. I think he
Jesus.
was just really full of himself.
maybe yeah.
I don't know if he was... They were anti-religion, or maybe it was just Catholicism was a new thing there. Because there's like a lot of Protestants and shit around.
Right. Okay.
Being a
I mean,
bunch of boners.
so when he moved,
Prudes.
he lived in Antwerp for over 20
I
years.
feel like that this is
Yep.
a topic for a smart podcast. Religion
Right.
of the Flemish painters.
I would like to know that.
Not us. We're
I
just
would actually like to
assuming.
know that. Also, in Antwerp, they founded this the first school of painting, and that was probably because of him, but there's no proof that was actually because of him.
Well, yeah, the Flemish School of Painters was a lot of great artists came from that. Like Durr is the most
this
notable
is
one.
this is the Antwerp school.
Yeah.
So what that was during the 16th century and the 17th century, it became the artistic stronghold of Flemish Baroque under Peter Paul Rubens.
Okay.
So
Okay.
basically,
Yeah, so
he was
Rubens.
Peter Paul Rubens was inspired by this guy.
Okay. Well, we can go into his art before we go into like the deaths of family members or how he breaks tradition and stuff like that. We'll talk about that in his
Let's
pieces.
check something out.
So what he's most famous for? This is his most
Yeah,
famous
because this has
piece.
been memed over and over again in the modern day.
The Ugly Duchess,
Yes.
also known as a grotesque old woman.
Yeah.
So she was probably like 40.
This is fun.
38.
Like, what guy was doing this back then? What type of painter was doing stuff like this? This is fun.
What
Yeah.
kind of painter was doing that and not immediately getting
Getting what?
hung
Getting hung?
by somebody that he offended?
This is a very fun painting for this time period because normally you only see like religious pieces and stuff.
Like,
you know?
look at the detail, the wrinkles on the breasts.
Yeah, we did
On that
critique this in a
neck,
previous
man.
art critique episode.
Okay.
I forget which one.
But
The
look
wrinkles go for days on that neck.
at this. And the forehead.
And they just go right into the boobs, and those get wrinkly too.
I
That's
think
like
there
a
was
s-
something about this on Wikipedia.
Would you
if
say
got
that this is
up.
a 7 head? A 7 head or an 8 head? How many fingers here? Are they doing this?
Now, is
Like-
the head overly
She-
big,
oh,
or
that's
is it is it the philtrum is so big that it makes it feel like?
Well,
the-
how come she
the
doesn't
head?
have hair on the top? It looks like the top of her head.
I think a lot of women back then shaved it for wigs. Because I think Queen Elizabeth,
Yeah,
she
they
didn't have
kept
hair.
it chopped short.
There's a bit about
Yeah.
this
Really?
in here.
Yeah.
This piece is a satirical work portraying a physically strange-looking woman aware of her unattractive appearance. The overall image was heightened with its unfashionable clothing for the time and eager facial expression, as she was hoping to find the object of her desire. The flower in her hand symbolizes the marriage proposal, which was nowhere in sight.
This dude was a boss.
Burn.
He's bringing real life issues to light.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of symbolism in his work too, like the flower petal in the hand, like was just mentioned. That article I was reading there.
Yeah.
I like the detail in that hand, though.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. Like
You
the
can see
detail in
veins
the
in
detail in
hand.
everything in this painting is awesome.
Yeah.
So this painting was actually for a long time attributed to Da Vinci, not even to him,
Oh yeah,
because I guess him and Matsys used to trade drawings and paintings back and forth.
So that's even crazier because there is a little. I wouldn't even. There's a connection or relationship between the two of them because it even talks about later with. There's a painting of some baby that they thought that he did it, but it turned out he did do it, but he ripped it off from Da Vinci.
Yep. Yeah. So they knew each other.
Yeah.
Hey, can I swipe that baby? I like him just not getting the whole gesture right.
Like, how did you do it? Let me see it.
Yo, how much for that baby?
So, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with the way she's dressed, like they talked about.
Well, for the time, I guess it was unfashionable.
Was it provocative? Was this a provocative?
No, I think
No,
it
I
was
just
just
think it's
out of style.
I think everything is in this painting is meant to look ugly.
Oh, okay. I mean, look at that nose. That fucking nose to mouth piece ratio.
That's the philtrum.
That is
yeah.
fucking insane.
And that's what I said. Is it because the philtrum is so exaggerated and that's why the forehead looks, or is it?
like it was,
Oh yeah, her nostrils are right next to her eyeballs.
Very
She's
long face.
snout
Look, if you were to
nosed.
crop it right here and up, I would totally think that this was like a modern day
Man.
comic about somebody in Congress or something.
oh yeah, I could see that. But I could also see like was it Craig
It's
Daniels
it's a
or
little
not?
Cuomo-y.
Yeah,
a
like
little Cuomo-y.
Yeah.
little-
like the
The
back,
hands are doing this enough.
like the back. Well, they're kind of. I mean, he's
He's not perverted. He's just Italian.
no, that was Da Vinci. This guy's
Yeah.
Flemish.
Da Vinci said that?
That'd be-
You heard it here first. Start making T-shirts.
Let's do it.
All right.
So what do we got next here? We got
Oh,
this
who
one.
would wear an Art Damage T-shirt? Comment below.
Yeah, comment below on Art Damage Tees.
Oh, he's got a
call.
little reflection there in the
Yeah.
mirror.
This is nice. I mean,
Yeah,
this
I got
this
Vermeer.
dude,
Here.
that too. Like I
This-
said, there's a lot of detail in this guy's
yeah,
paintings.
this dude is definitely a good painter.
Yeah.
Like I definitely would want to hang out with this guy. A little bit of a troll.
Yeah, I mean that's like the detail of the mirror.
It's pretty good.
Probably after Van Eyck a little bit.
So it's actually 3 artists specifically that he took credit from, and that was Hans Memling, Rogier van der Weyden,
Okay.
and my favorite, Dirk Boots.
Dirk Boots.
Dirk
It's a
Boots.
good name.
Yep.
That is
Was
a good
that his
name.
porn name or his artistic name?
That was Dirk Diggler. That was his porn name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dirk Boots.
Oh, who took an influence from Van Eyck. So
Yeah, for sure that convex mirror there is definitely like a shout out to Van Eyck.
I'm wondering if whose painting that's a copy of in the book.
Oh yeah, that's good. A little reference.
Yeah, I like the attempt at the lettering too in the book.
Yeah.
I like
You know,
how
obviously you're not meant to read it, but it's still there. You know.
I like how that black hat stands out way more than anything else in the piece.
Yeah,
Why is that?
it's a
That might
I'm-
also have to do with art restoration because
Yeah.
back in the day they didn't know how to restore stuff, so they might have taken away some.
I'm not
the
sure if
washes.
they were actually using black pigment back at that time or not, or if it was just like kind of that trick where you mix like 2 very dark complementary colors together to get black. But it definitely stands out from everything else. It might just be the photo that we're looking at too, or the
True.
image.
I kind of am bored of this frame. The frame, like the whole, like what's behind them. This piece kind of bores the shit out of me, even though it's nice. I'm not gonna. I mean, it's a nice piece, but
There's a lot of flexing of detail here.
yeah,
Like,
I
there's a
mean, I
hard
know you
flex
get
by
off
this
on
dude.
that, so I'm like, it's nice.
Yeah, it's not exciting though. There's
it's like-
nothing
like-
exciting.
yeah,
going
I'm
on.
looking at the
A
books.
lot happening in like dynamic composition.
This is probably like what you said. This is a flex. He's
Yeah.
just proven that he could do all these things.
It's like,
Would you
yo,
like a
check out my
shot?
fucking drapery, son.
Yeah, yeah. Look at it. Look at the.
Check out this convex mirror.
This is probably the piece he showed people when he's like, "Hey, I can do commissions of anything.
Yeah.
Look at this."
Yeah,
There's some dude and his wife doing some bookkeeping or some shit.
her shirt, the way that cloth folds, is fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
that nice velvet.
Looks like his shirt's pretty rad too, although it's so dark it gets kind of lost.
Yeah.
Again, might just be the photo. So obviously it's different in this one too. You think he's counting his weed money?
I think he is. Got mad doinks in here. And his wife's like, oh, look at all this money you're making.
I sold 3 baggies today, which means I should have 13 quarters.
She's definitely,
Baggies of like rye because it's back in
Rye.
the day,
Yeah.
and it's probably just ergot.
she like is looking upon with like a
She's
What is
bored
that?
as fuck.
Bored as
She's
fuck.
over it.
Vapid. Very like vapid. She's like,
How many
He's
times?
fucking
How many
counting
more
his coins
times do I have to
again.
hear about you and your baggies?
yeah.
Just give me the goddamn quarters
Let me go buy some bread, some water.
and some art.
Oh, fuck yes.
Yo,
Or
is that,
borderline caricatures of people.
is that a Bic pen or a joint?
Yes.
It's
I
a-
believe
It's the
it's a
future.
quill.
Quill,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the future.
It's the future.
That is definitely a Bic pen inside a joint.
What do you think they're talking about in this?
I think this is like a.
They're all thrilled that Willem
They're
Dafoe's
making a
there.
deal about something.
Vote.
Yeah, right.
They're making a
It
deal,
looks a lot like him.
and the one guy's, on his hand in a warm embrace, hugging the guy in the red.
I love the one dude giving side eye.
And he's like, we shouldn't be doing this.
Do you know the title of this
He's
one?
doing a Jim Halpert right now. He's looking into the camera. Look
It's
at him.
something about like a deal that all these guys are making.
They're writing slam poetry against her.
I'll look it up quick.
Writing fucking rap lyrics. That's what they're doing.
The detail is fucking good.
Oi, tell me one that rhymes with blacksmith.
Writing a diss track.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I
fucking
really
teeth.
like this guy's work when he exaggerates the features more on people. It looks really cool.
When he has fun. Were you calling him like this the start of a caricature guy? Like he's like one of the first caricature guys.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even
Yeah,
know
I mean,
it.
sure. Yeah. Just exaggerating things like that.
Yeah. This is nice. He's capturing a moment between four men.
Yeah.
Who are really just not
Probably drunk.
See,
at
this
all
one's a-
bothered by how close they are to each other's faces.
Painted
Or-
in 1515.
Oh, and then call her a dumb bitch again.
Painted in 1515, and it's called the Purchase Agreement.
Ooh. We were
They're
right.
buying some
They're
shit.
really happy about that purchase agreement. Right
Though
now.
not that guy though.
It's
He's
bec-
Jim Halperding.
No, it's because
He's probably the one that's snaking away.
he's probably the one who just lost his harem of women.
Oh.
That's why he's bummed.
He's bummed, but they're happy about
They're
it.
Flemish
they-
in the
they're the ones who
1400s.
bought
They
all
don't
the
have
women.
harems of women.
Fuck.
Yeah, they all died in the Black Plague.
There's like 5 of them, and they have an overabundance of like rabbits
And
or
then-
some
yeah,
shit.
and
That's
then
what they're
ogre.
trading. They're excited about rabbits.
They're trying to sell people, but really it's just rabbits.
I do like the side eyes to the camera. I keep looking at it. He's like,
Hey.
Hey!
They think it's a purchase agreement. We're just drawing dicks.
oh my God, you so bad. You fucked me so bad on this deal. Hey. Wait a minute. I know that pull. Don't pull that one on me.
That's good. Look at the grins. I like the William Dafoe comment. That guy
Yeah.
does look like William Dafoe.
I think it's
Wilhelm.
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 Willem Dafoe.
Whatever. Let's call him Will.
Good old Billy. Billy Defoe. Willie.
Oh fuck. This is
The same
Dude,
guy.
look at that guy on the left.
Yep.
this is either Mismatched Union or
Ill-matched
Ill-matched.
marriage, I think,
Ill-matched
was the name of
marriage,
this
yeah.
one.
Yep.
She really loves this fucking guy.
Dude, she's just thinking like when you get drunk and pass out, I'm gonna rob you blind, you dumb shit.
Cardi B and shit.
Well,
You think-
apparently they're married in this.
yeah, I think this
Is that
woman.
what
Is
the
that
bad deal
supposed to
was?
be their child in the background? What is that?
Ill-matched lovers. That's the kid under the stairs.
I think she's one of these. She's one of the women that like get off on being with guys like that.
That's a thing?
That's a thing.
Maybe that was the deal in the last piece. The guy's looking at the camera. He's like, "I'll sign off my daughter for 2 kegs of ale, 'cause she's a bitch."
And then his son came too.
Yeah.
Son is in
yeah.
the back.
He sold the son as well.
The tongue is out.
Yeah, the brother. It's like you got to take the brother on weekends.
it's
oh,
stepbrother.
yeah.
It's the stepbrother. Look at the way his tongue is out and the way he's gazing at her ass.
It's a 1500s.
Well, she's the
It
only
might
girl
not
in
have been
town
stepbrother.
anyway.
I feel like you're assigning Pornhub
Yeah.
descriptions to the
Stepbrothers.
1400 painting.
Oh my god!
Can you imagine
That'd
this-
be hilarious.
this-
Name paintings with like porn adjectives.
Shout out to Pornhub. Please
Like-
sponsor us.
Yes. like,
We should start putting.
Hot young broad smashes old man while stepbrother watches.
We should start putting these episodes up on Pornhub.
We
too.
could.
We could.
We could.
We could.
Colorized.
I bet you the ones with all the dicks in it would be the most upvoted ones.
Yeah, probably. Well, no, not
It
really.
just has
I
to
mean,
do with how you name them. Just give
yeah,
them
we would
creative names.
get some views. Oh, stepbrother with weird cuckolding porn with
Yeah.
stepbrother. Okay,
Thumb
Yeah.
up the ass.
Stepbrother cuckolds while old man smashes sister.
Well, this took 21 minutes to go off the rails.
Look at the look,
a
and she's
record,
into
actually.
it. He's got the hand on the back of the head.
That's true. Cheers, guys. This is a record. We didn't go off the rails until 21 minutes in.
All right.
All right.
I think we're
that.
perpetually off the rails, but that's just me.
We're on them.
Whoa, hey.
Nobody in here does that
Regularly.
regularly.
Out of all the things we say, that one you're like, nope, drawing the hard
I'm
line
drawing
there.
the hard
I
line.
will
line
not
there as well.
masturbate to that. Thank you very much.
To what? That comment or this painting?
Oh, the painting definitely.
Comment below with the most
Zach's
shameful
really
thing
turned
you've
on by that guy in
masturbated
the
to.
background.
Well, I'm also look at the hand placements
So-
of the old man.
so
Of the man.
Yeah, he's grabbing a titty right now.
He's got
Oh,
the
yeah,
tit.
you could see his thumb.
Yeah, he's got, and she's into it.
So recently, Zach asked me if we want to do a new segment called "Would You Fap to This?" and just show paintings and.
Do you think?
We talked about that.
Do you think she's
Is this
into it, or it's
podcast
just all the
becoming an
mercury?
outlet for all your weird sex shit? Is that what's going
No,
on?
it's
That's why I want to record at
It's the-
6:30.
It's the previous one. It's the one we do before this.
No, it's also about getting out his hatred for circumcision.
I've not. We have. Why would you bring that up?
Now we're off the rails. Now I can't stop thinking about that.
Overall, though, I like it. Look like he pulled it off. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Look at the hair, even the grayness on that old man.
I
Little
really
hair.
like the contrast of this one with like the chiaroscuro that's going on with the background, that super dark background,
Yeah.
and then everything's kind of fading into the foreground of this horrific dude and this girl.
She's
I
into
don't know.
it.
The dude in back's pretty horrific too, because
Yeah.
he's clearly trying to grab her or something. He's trying to do something.
clearly
Look at his
fucked
She
up.
hand.
yeah, I know. He's like, is she gonna figure out he's got 4 hands?
He also looks like he got kicked in the head.
Because he's drunk. He's definitely drunk. Look at his hand, because you can see his one hand, like kind of like I want to pull the tie on the back of her dress, right?
Oh, and then the guys on the front is going to rip it down.
Oh yeah. Oh,
But
threesome.
she has like 5 layers on, so that's not going to work.
I really like how her arm is rendered though, like that outfit.
Yeah.
With, like the whatever.
Poofs?
I don't know how to describe that. I'm not big on the
Poofs?
fashion
Poofs.
thing.
You like that?
Whatever's like that's just a unique outfit for painting. I haven't seen much of that. It's pretty cool.
Nice added
Pretty
texture.
cool drapery.
Overall, I love this piece. I'd hang it on my wall.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a little creepy, but
Yeah.
I'll sign off on that.
I like it.
Can we crop
Okay,
out
I like-
the back guy?
Versus that one in the middle. I feel like when he's got multiple characters in there, they have an interesting sense of gesture.
Ooh.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it adds more to the composition. Whereas that one, when they were just counting money, was a little.
Boring.
Yeah.
It was kind of like flexing on details, but there wasn't a lot to like.
He has
your
fun
eye.
with these pieces.
Yeah,
I
like
feel
even with
like-
this one, like
Yeah, I know,
you're
you're-
right. Everything's very
you're-
exaggerated, and it's like a very good moment to capture. You know?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I was
Your
going to say.
eyes keep circulating where their
Yeah.
eyes are aiming and stuff like that.
Well, with the coin counter guy though, they weren't very. They were bored. They
Yeah.
weren't excited. Like the
Yeah,
other guys
yeah.
are smiling,
All right.
laughing. There's no exaggerated
This
features.
looks a lot like
There's-
most religious paintings from this era, though.
Right.
This one does, and I think that's why I like these ones so much, is because everything's so much more exaggerated and it's not stiff.
I'm
you
gonna
know?
go out on a limb with this guy Quentin. I think he hated painting, like the coin counting and stuff like that. I think he's really happy
doing this.
doing this.
Yeah.
like
Doing
he's
doing the strange.
doing really strange things. He's
If
like,
you look at her face, that looks like a straight up Da Vinci face.
Yeah.
it does.
It does.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Almost like he's like, I'm going to do a copy of one of your paintings and then turn it into that. And he's like,
Put some ugly
fucker.
dudes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if him and Da Vinci ever like he just
Swapped.
had beef. Or
Back and forth.
Swapped, or like had. He's like, listen, I could do everything you can do, but I like to have fun with my paintings.
Yeah.
Or did they decide to do like a
Oh,
composition together, And so Da Vinci started painting it, and then he shipped it
Oh,
off.
fucking art collab? That'd be sick.
Yeah,
That would be
collab,
sick.
Shipped it off, and then this is what
This
This is what it turned into.
this is what Quincy.
This is not out of the realm of
Quincy
something
Quincy'd
that
it.
human like nature would do.
I like to make up these stories in my head, too.
Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah.
more fun.
Like that would be sweet if Da Vinci was like, I don't really like the way her neck is. I'm gonna send it to Quentin and he'll fix it.
Or if he painted this chick and then sent it to
Quincy.
our boy Quentin and is like,
Yeah.
why did you paint this fucking ugly ass dude?
Yeah, he was like, "Can you make it so it looks like she's holding like a bird perched on her hand?" And he's like, "Yeah, I could do that for you."
Or
Yo, I got birds all day.
I got a better idea.
Yeah, I got a better. I want that
remember
would
that
like,
old guy you thought was funny? Yeah.
That would shake the art world open if it came out like Da Vinci collab.
Classical artists have a sense of humor.
Yeah, like
in-
like what?
In all actuality, though, you are right in that it does almost look like two different painters.
Yeah. Because the woman and the other one doesn't look like this. This looks like a Da
I
Vinci
think that's
lady.
kind of like the theme of some of this guy's paintings, though, like the ill-matched ones. Like, because there's a couple that are titled the ill-matched something or other. This one's the ill-matched marriage, so it's obvious that like she's beautiful and he's fucking hideous.
But I feel like even like the textures and the coloring of almost looks like two different painters too, though.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I agree.
It's not even just like
But
pretty versus ugly.
maybe that's
it's
what he
like-
was going for, though.
Yeah.
You know. I think I got one of the other ones in here.
Sorry, I'm writing fan fiction and I like it.
And now that looks like Albrecht Dürer hugging a zombie.
Dude, look at that lady's nose again. That is a really upturned nose.
Yeah, look at all.
Wait,
Wait, is that Tits McGee from the last
it's the
one?
same-
I think
same
it is.
woman.
Okay. Oh my God.
It explains why she would have the longest
Yeah.
like nose to mouth
Okay.
gap.
There's
Okay.
a lot here to look at too, especially with the guy in the back with a wide open.
coming?
Who's coming? Don't come. Don't come. But the woman with the pink, she's the only one that's not really grotesque. Everyone else is
it
like,
looks just like the painting of Albrecht Dürer, though, his self-portrait.
what if
little
Art Damage
close.
Podcast
Uncovered.
uncovered the
Breaking
biggest
news.
the biggest
breaking
scandal.
fake news.
Breaking fake news.
Breaking fake
Shut
news.
the art
On the
world down.
right-hand side, front and center, there's a woman with a mullet.
What's the one that sold for a lot of money?
Salvador Mundi.
I'm going to say this dude painted it.
You might be right. Who knows?
It's possible.
But the guy in the back's the best. He's like, don't come. Don't come. I'm gonna come.
Oi, why are you checking off now? Nobody's
Okay.
even taking their clothes off yet.
This is another of the ill-matched series, though. Ill-matched. This one's actually ill-matched marriage. The other one is ill-matched lovers.
See, I would think it was the opposite because clearly he's paying this lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is purchasing said services.
Maybe.
He's got a fat sack of coins to lay down for this.
Well, it
Oh
might,
my God.
It might not be though that they're the marriage. That could just be the stripper or the hooker at the bachelor
Oh,
party.
turned up nose lady might be her the wife.
Yeah.
I feel like she's too surprised. She's seeing that money and being like, "Oi, you're gonna get money and get to suck a dick later." Oh,
I feel like she might be making a noise. I feel like she doesn't talk.
disappointed she's not the whore.
disappointed that she's not catching the dick.
I feel like she doesn't talk. I feel like she just makes noises like
She's got a pig nose.
just kind of squeals.
the fucking thing.
Oh God.
Really, what is the dude who's getting hugged on wearing on his head? Like that's some sci-fi shit.
He's-
Probably the plate on his head because that clearly is
I
not
mean, it
enough
looks like he's
skull
got
for
fucking
head.
stage 4 cancers and he's about to die, so it might just be a cap to cover
my
up his
God.
lack of hair.
But also looks like they're
the whopping age of
I think he's like a
26
nine-
years old.
Yeah, he's
Although
15.
I am cancer
Wait,
boy.
hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on though.
Holy shit, that's fucked up.
Wait. Does the guy have cleavage? Is that also a female getting
Oh.
hugged on?
That is the precursor to Salvador Mundi.
Oh, is that the mismatch? Did he paint a disc to Dürer? Like, yo, I'm
Right.
gonna paint a portrait of you
Is that supposed
marrying
to
some
be-
old bitch for money.
Is that supposed to be a pretty boy hugging on an ugly woman?
Oh. That's fucking weird.
with her weird
Interesting.
Princess Leia hair
But-
going on?
But they're holding a ring. I don't think. She
Man,
would
what
be-
is going on here?
I don't know.
We're reading way too much into this.
I want to know what drink is in the far left cup. Is that just like a sea urchin?
No,
They were
it's
drinking
rice.
a sea urchin?
It's a cup of rice.
It's a cup of rice, just uncooked minute rice.
It's lactose.
I don't think they had minute rice back then.
It's
It took an hour.
Shout out to
Wait,
shout out
it probably
to
They might
took
not
3
even
hours
had
'cause you have
rice
to
at
boil
this point.
water first. That's going to
Fucking
take a
shout
while.
out to Uncle Ben, sponsor us.
literally anybody.
Get canceled.
Yes, they got canceled.
So then they have nothing to lose by
Aunt
sponsoring
Jemima
us.
sponsor
They
us.
got
No shout out. Just keep doing what you're doing. Pornhub
just
sponsor us.
somebody sponsor us.
Oh God.
We'll take gum every week for free. Just somebody sponsor us, please.
Sponsored by Trident.
He said
I mean, you sponsor us.
G-U-M.
Oh yeah, I said gum. G-U-M. Not linked to Pornhub. Just
Not
gum.
guns.
Gum.
Guns.
Pornhub sponsor us as 5 podcasters get fucked by cancel culture.
He didn't say gum. He said guns. He wanted free guns. Gander Mountain.
Sponsor us. Next painting.
Dicks. Sponsor us.
Oh yes.
Oh, your
called the
dad,
bagpiper.
dude. What's up, Eric?
Oh.
He's got. Is that a pipe he has
Is that
there?
a bagpipe?
Maybe a bagpipe.
Yeah, it's called the bagpiper. I think is the title
Ah.
of this one.
Look at that fucking pot.
Look at those meaty hands.
Ham hocks.
Sausages.
Can you
Fingers.
imagine getting slapped by that?
Yo,
You wouldn't
That's
get up.
murder.
What was that like growing up, Zach?
well, Eric carried around his pipe.
Funny story. My dad he had never used hands, but he did whip me in the face with a sack of frozen bagels.
I 100% believe that.
Reggie's crying. He's dying.
He's full on crying. I 100% believe everything you just said.
I pissed him off.
Do you have an aversion to bagels now?
No. I was trolling the.
love
I
'em.
was in the 9th grade. I was trolling the shit out of him. It was like Thanksgiving week, so I was able to go to work with him because he owned a bread route. And you got to get up at like 4 a.m. So I was up.
All right. So how old were you?
I was in the 9th grade, so
14.
14. So I'm up. This is like Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and I didn't want to get up at 4 a.m. because I probably was up until midnight playing video games or whatever. So we get in the. So we get in the car. we get in the truck, and don't get me on that fucking bullshit with the PS5. So we get in the truck. We're driving around. I'm trolling him the entire day. And I don't know, it's like our second stop. Finally, he snaps and takes the frozen bagels and whips them, and I didn't even see it coming and hit me right in the face. And I shut the fuck up for the rest of the day.
Question though, frozen bagels sometimes can feel a little light because they're a little hollow when they're cut in half.
Right.
Was it more refreshing than it was?
No, it hurt.
It hurt. Okay.
It was right in my face.
I was like, that
I
sounds almost like a spa treatment.
I was
Tell
like,
me more.
I could have a black eye. And he's like, you're not going to have a black eye.
He's done this before.
It's like, I hit you in the mouth. You're not going to have a black eye. I was like, I'm going to tell Mom. He's like, good, tell her.
And then you realized you were more scared of.
That's some old
I'm
school
way
free
more-
range parenting. kind
Way
of
more
shit.
scared of my mom than my father. Way more scared. But
Speaking of, this man kind of looks like your father.
He's got a big nose, man.
he's got a schnoz.
It's a big old nose.
That's where the term. That's
I
why I
like
call him Eric.
the bottom lip.
He looks like a Muppet character. Like
Yeah.
Jim Henson would have made this guy.
For Star Wars.
Yeah.
Not Labyrinth, dude.
yeah, Labyrinth for sure. Just thinking that.
This episode
It's
just
pretty
has all
cool to
sorts of
see
sound effects.
stuff like this in the 1500s, though, like exaggerated things like this.
You don't
Like-
see this.
No, not at all
Or is this
during
a
this
portrait
time
of an
period.
actual guy? Do you
Yeah,
think
that
like Bob?
I'm wondering if Flemish
I'm
people
sure.
wrote
I
like
used
this
to
back
work
in
at the
day.
fucking Smith with this guy.
I'm sure it's
Flemish-
a very exaggerated portrait of somebody he knew.
Flemish people just look like they got hit in the face with a bag of frozen bagels.
When I
I'm still not convinced that cats didn't look that terrifying back in the day.
Want to
That's
tell you
true.
stories and be like, listen, when I used to work in HR, there was this girl that worked for me that was fucking beautiful. Okay.
We're standing outside the other night, and that was pretty much the conversation.
with who?
Your father.
Oh my god! I'm out. That's it. Get him over here. He'll do the rest of the
Enough of
podcast.
that.
You're welcome.
Please Zach's dad out of this.
fuck?
I'm sorry.
So the pottery looks great.
Eric's pot looks great.
Oh God.
I like how low key this is compared to his other work, though. There's not a lot of like bright highlights in it. Just in
But there's
the
a lot
tankard
of
here.
There's nothing going on,
We
but
need
so
to-
much action at the same
Just
time.
wait a second. We need to go back because I need to process what the fuck we just said. So, you're outside. What night is this?
Are you sure you want this conversation to be
Yeah.
on YouTube?
Okay, fine.
We'll settle this.
We'll save that
after.
for Pornhub.
Move on to the next fucking guy.
I don't
Get
know.
this guy off the.
I think this is the last one.
No, it's
we
not.
got this
Okay,
one.
we'll do
Okay.
this, and let's lead into this. Religious piece, right?
Yeah.
Looks religious, looks real. This dude is very religious, but for some
Yeah.
reason in Netherlands at this time, where he was living in Leuven, and his family was living, they were put to death for reading the Bible.
Yeah, that I
Right.
think was a lot of backlash because Catholics were going through and killing a lot of people.
Right, the 30 Years
Were they
War or the 100 Years
reading
War.
the wrong Bible?
No, it doesn't. We couldn't find any more information. Bam was reading it too. His sister was buried alive,
Yep.
and his brother-in-law.
And that was the crime, right? She was reading the Bible in
Reading the
public or
Bible.
something.
His sister Catherine and her husband suffered at Leuven in 1543 for what was then the capital offense of reading the Bible. The husband was decapitated, and she was buried alive in the square in front of the church.
It's crazy.
I feel like back then, a lot of times too, sometimes the royalty of certain locations would see themselves as being the most
Yeah,
worshipped
okay.
things. So that might have also been it.
Deified.
But could you
Yeah.
imagine living in an era where, I mean, there's still places around the world that have that right now, but living in an era where the most of the world is just not compassionate for any life. It's like, oh, just bury those people. What?
Where? In the fucking swamp. That's where.
Yeah, just,
Where we throw our trash.
yeah, just put them in there. What do you mean? Alive? Yeah.
Well, it sounds like they bury her
Zach,
in
have-
front of the church.
I ever told you the story about the one pope that wanted to prove that he wasn't as bad as the last pope, so he had them dig him up, and then they put a body on trial, and he hired someone to be the voice of said pope to talk about how shitty he was. Well, there was just a decomposing body on the stand, and he's like, "See how much of an asshole this guy was."
This is like
He's dying in front of you.
No, he was dead.
Right,
He was dead. He was pretty dead.
that type of shit, like in the anything before, like let's even go before the 1800s, even up so more than like later than that. Before the 1800s, everybody was just like there was no care of human life. It was just
I would have loved to have lived in that time period.
I would have
You'd be
not.
fucking dead, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Napoleon when
They
he
don't
when
take
he-
sarcasm very well.
Not even that. There's
That's
just like
90% of what you are.
oh wait, our own people are starving and they're rioting.
Yeah.
Napoleon comes out, just put the cannons on him, buckshot, kill him.
Yeah, that would be me.
Is that a Napoleon thing or that was just the royalty thing?
No, Napoleon did that.
I would've totally
It was
done that.
But it was also a royalty thing. But I'm just
Well,
saying.
yeah,
That's
like
why the Sphinx doesn't have a nose. It's because of Napoleon.
that's the whole thing that we still need to talk about is Jacques Louis David and fucking the Reign of Terror in France and all that shit.
That dude's burn is still the best one I've ever heard in an art documentary.
I would love
Yeah.
to do that.
He tried to
because-
tell him who he was, but they couldn't understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause he
I would
had
love to do
fucked up
that
cheek.
just because I know a lot about that type of like the history of France. I take a.
Robespierre and Danton.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we decided that if we do that episode, we all have to dress up like from that time period.
Oh, I got a fancy hat for it.
Oh yeah. And
Do we
I'll
get
get
to
a
wear?
cake?
Wait, are we wearing?
and we need to
skirts?
that day.
Are we wearing like robes with no?
I don't think it would matter because
You can see us
from here up.
Oh.
But
Fancy
we're gonna
hat
need
day.
mead or something like that.
Oh
to
yeah,
drink.
I can acquire some mead.
We're gonna need to drink that.
So
for-
I got a guy.
Before we, let's finish this. Let's talk about this piece and why the drapery. Ruff has this hard on for this drapery.
I want to talk
You do.
about
You
her,
like the drapery.
her
it's a fun
sweet-
thing to render, man.
It's yeah, I get it. I'm just saying you like shit like this.
what
I
I
like
like
her
about this
hair.
more is everything in the chair in the background.
yeah, the chairs.
Pretty
Yeah.
intense.
The
I like-
chair.
Yeah, that arched thing behind her.
Yeah, all that architecture that's going on.
The gold.
Yeah, I get it, but I
And not the worst looking baby Jesus I've seen.
No.
No homunculus.
Yeah.
He's got looks like most of his fingers and toes.
And looks like a baby.
This guy was generally
almost.
active 1500s. Yeah,
I think
his
this is part of like an
perspective is pretty
altarpiece
on
too,
point.
right?
I believe so.
Yeah. I had a big photo of the altarpiece, but for some reason it didn't save good and it was all pixelated. You couldn't see shit on there. I think this might be the centerpiece from that.
do you judge an artist based on how they can do like drapery like this? And I'm not trying to make this a thing. I'm like because it looks nice, like the other drapery we've seen.
No.
I mean, clothes are hard to paint.
They
That's why I
are.
paint naked people a lot. I hate painting clothes, not going to lie.
I mean, figures are harder though, I would think. I would think that the drapery is a lot easier than
I don't know.
the human form.
She's got a show at
Human
the,
form is like the hardest thing to capture.
She's got a show at the North Brewery right now, and that
Well,
I
woman-
think the
that
hardest
woman's
thing to
got-
capture is hands.
But that
if
woman's
I could
got
paint
wrinkles
naked
for
people with mittens, I'd be set. That could be my thing. That's
But
my niche.
her one painting has wrinkles for days.
Yeah.
I'm
does.
sure that will be a subgroup on Pornhub when we take off on there. They're like, oh,
Mitten porn.
Mitten porn.
Getting
That should be
jerked
your-
off with a pair of
That
mittens
should be your
on.
new thing.
that's pretty
Just
fucking
Renaissance
sweet.
style paintings where
Imagine these
oven
mittens, like you'd have to use both, and you're like ew.
that should be your new thing. Just Renaissance style nude paintings, but wearing like modern day oven mittens, like SpongeBob.
SpongeBob wears
mitten
mittens.
porn.
I'm saying like a SpongeBob oven mitt,
Oh, Reg.
or like
make
the
sure you tag me in
sharks,
that.
or just make it really confusing.
Yeah, this I don't like this as much as the rest of his work because it's very stiff.
Yeah.
Looks like a typical painting of that time period.
Because he doesn't have fun with it. He's not having fun.
Yeah, this is probably more of a commission.
Right.
That he
Could
got.
you imagine him doing a baby Jesus?
He probably got mad ducats for this though.
Back then, he was
Whatever
just paid in ducks.
currency it was.
Ducats. I haven't even heard that. Mad
Buckets of
ducket.
ducks.
I like it.
Mad ducats.
I dig her wavy hair. It reminds me of like 90s mullets.
So yeah,
Like
he
the
actually
height
hung
of
out with a
90s
lot
mullets.
of more artists than I thought. So he knew Holbein, and there's evidence that Albrecht Dürer, they were friends, and Albrecht Dürer visited Antwerp in 1520.
They fucked. That's what you're saying.
Oh,
Christina going out on a limb to fill in the sexual history of what we're talking about.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. Patinier, Joachim or something. I don't know. Also a painter from the time. Died in 1524. So Matsys became the guardian of his children.
For 5 years.
Yeah, before then Matsys kicked it as well.
Wow. Young.
When did he die?
1529.
Do you
Yeah,
think this was like
He got dead.
when they started writing Three Men and a Little Baby?
Spill it.
This is his
We're
last
inspired
piece we have
by
up,
this.
right?
I believe so. Yeah, it's a lot.
Three
Okay.
artists and an adoption agency.
Would so? I mean,
We
I don't
need
know
to
about
write this.
I don't know about you guys, but I would definitely party with this guy. Do drugs with this guy.
Just know
Seems
he's going to draw a
hilarious.
fucked up painting of you afterwards.
I don't think I know enough about this dude personally to make that decision.
He
Yeah.
Buy
probably likes
his
hanging
paintings.
out with some hood rat shit.
I mean, I maybe have a beer.
He's like,
you know?
hey, look at this guy. He's totally
Well,
selling off his
There's
daughter.
not much information about him, though.
I don't know. I don't know what drugs he was taking that the people ended up looking like that. So
He probably was just
He
laughing
was
to
just a
himself.
troll.
Yeah, he's probably just getting hammered, having a good time, you know?
drinking mead.
I'm gonna
Kind
Do
of
you
like what
think-
we're doing right now.
Do you think he like painted stuff like this and people would be like, oh, you're a painter, you should draw me. And then he'd make those fucked
Yeah,
up
and
paintings.
then he
and
would
be
do
like,
this.
And the guy's like, that looks nothing like me. He's like, what are you talking about? This looks
Your
everything
hands,
like
your
Dude, I even put
nose,
the
your
bagpipe
underbite.
in there.
Yeah.
Dude, you
underbite.
could.
You have a crowler in your hand? That's you.
I watched
What are
you.
you talking about? That's not me.
I watched-
Oh, that's me.
I watched you sniff your upper lip the other day, or your lower lip.
Definitely a fun individual, I think, just from his paintings.
Yeah, I enjoy that departure from the time period, you know?
And then, like with a lot of artists, I feel from the Renaissance. So I'm going to relate just to brewing a little bit, and winemaking and mead making. it takes you back to a time and place of what the creator of that was thinking. You know, what they were going through in their head when you have like a wine that's been aged for 10 years and it still brings you back to 2010 or such and such, like 1973. With paintings like this, especially from a Renaissance period of a Renaissance point where all the paintings had to be a specific look, this is a nice slice of life because I'm like, at least like this guy was fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like
He was just enjoying
I would have
his
loved to seen like when people looked at that ugly woman, the Duchess. I'm like, why would you do this? And then he's just sitting there laughing his ass off, like you're all looking at this fucking ugly woman.
I hope it was like that.
And he's just like, yo, you got quincied.
Or him being like straight man the whole time. Like, why would you talk about my mom like that? You know?
My mother's a saint.
Yeah, that would be great. That'd be great. This is a beautiful woman, homely, handsomely.
Homely.
She's handsome.
This is my future wife.
This is my.
This
I
is my
met
future
her.
baby mama.
I met her in Antwerp.
Yeah, it was fun.
Was.
It's good. I definitely like that dude's style. Like, not the stiff stuff, but
The caricatures.
yeah.
Those people. What if though? Those people were not caricatures, and they actually
They were just
looked like
deformed
that.
people.
And he found them, and he found them out, and he's like, "I want to paint you because you're beautiful."
Well,
to
that's
me."
pretty cool.
He probably
too.
didn't have to find him. He worked as a blacksmith.
He made their shoes.
That's debatable how long he worked as a blacksmith, though.
Like, oh, that's Blanche.
Where the hell did he live?
She
was it?
buys claymores
Antwerp.
off of
Do
me.
you know how many toad farms they used to have back in the day? He probably just had to walk around and be like, "Oh, you run the toad farm? I got a prop for you, dude. Let me paint you, okay?" Oh, you mean I run the toad farm?
What just happened?
I believe that's a shout out to a previous episode where we talked
Yes.
about Toad Farm.
I love how we got you crying today.
I got myself. I'm hilarious.
You are very funny.
He got himself off.
I hope Holden is
Oh,
funnier
it's
than
right
you.
here. Is it happening? Yeah, it totally is right now. Oh, here we are.
Any more details about this guy that we haven't
Probably,
spoken on
but-
already?
Nothing that didn't have any merit when I was looking at that, other than his sister. And
He had 4 apprentices at one point. So
Yeah.
He taught 4 guys directly.
Cool.
Anybody of note?
No,
didn't
just
reckon-
like shithole tattoo shops.
I didn't recognize their names, so
That's rent money, motherfucker.
4 apprentices: Adrian van Overbeek, Wilhelm Muhlenbrock, Edward Portugalis, Hennen Bachmaker.
oh, no Dirk Boots.
Oh, that's the highlight of the night. We need to do an episode on Dirk Boots.
We know nothing about. Let's just
Dirk. Great.
Give us a little
Two-syllable
look of
name,
who he is.
man.
Can we pull
Dirk
that up?
Boots.
I don't know if we
Boots.
can pull up a Dirk Boots.
Oh, he
I
has.
mean, you might not want to show the screen
He has
just
a-
in case other things come up.
He has a Wikipedia. Let me get his spelling.
Dirk Boots. Let's
Hold
check
on.
this guy out.
It's not. It wasn't spelled boots, but
Oh.
like that straight up.
You.
Did you mean Dick Boot?
Boot.
All right. I think that's enough.
All right.
I think we're good.
And it's gone.
Oh,
All right, guys.
Dirks, and then the last name is spelled Bouts, I guess.
Bouts.
All right, yeah.
B-O-U-T.
Still not as funny
Not
as
Dirk
Boats.
Boots.
Dirk Boots.
We're gonna call him Dirk Boots.
I'm gonna get a beer going and call it Dirk Boots. You mean Dark Boots? No,
Dirk.
Booth.
Dirk Boots.
Dirk Boots.
It's gonna be a final form of maybe Mud Turtle.
Yo, you get
A
Dirk.
lot of inside jokes going on now.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
So let's call it a night.
All right,
Zach,
bye.
This is fun.
face of bagels be above mud turtle.
I was
Face full of bagels.
I was humiliated that day.
Can you name a beer like
No,
Frozen Bagel?
maybe okay. Maybe I'll do that for revenge.
Tomans.
Frozen bagel.
Isn't that the bagel brand, Tomans?
Tomans. No, it was Thomas.
It's just Thomas's.
Thomas's Bagels.
Tomans?
And
The
Arnold.
German, man. We're watching Tolman's. I don't know.
All right, we're out. Cancel this. Cancel my dick.
Damaged by you, damaged by me. I love you, confused, don't wanna be
What are we at?
50.
50 minutes?
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, with a little trim in the front.
around in the front, so like 45.
Still.
That's good.